United States of America, to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you, gentlemen. May we now take a moment of silence to remember those who gave all and for those that did not come home. Thank you. I'd like to call on Mike Ewert, Commanding Officer of the Veterans Committee, to come forward, unveil, and read the plaque. Michael?
Dedicated to the men and women of our armed forces who selflessly serve and have served this country.
Thank you. The plaque itself is very unique, and we've had a lot of good people out here put a lot of efforts into accomplishing the feat. I'd like to call on Sherry Harris, newly appointed Executive Officer for the Veterans Committee, to come forward and introduce the gentleman who is quite responsible and instrumental for putting all this together. Sherry?
I'd like to introduce Mike Glassman, who's going to tell us how the plaque was made and what the components of that plaque are.
First off, on behalf of Pentair and especially the Erico Cadwell brand, we thank you for the opportunity to allow us to make this plaque for the veterans. They've done so much for us, for our freedoms, and this is just a little token of our appreciation. But the Cadwell process is basically an exothermic process, and it's used in the electrical field to weld conductors together. It's basically copper oxide reduced by aluminum. Most of the connections that you've seen in the field and those veterans that have worked in the electrical field have seen, they're about a quarter-pound of material to make a lot of these connections. For this connection, we actually used 80 pounds of material, and the mold was actually bigger than this desk here. So the reaction was pretty intense. The reaction's 4,500 degrees Fahrenheit, so instead of welding, we're turned into casters. When I brought this idea, well, I should say when Jay brought this idea to me, and I brought it to our people in Seoul, in Ohio, they were very thrilled with the opportunity. And in fact, my team that actually put this together, we had 4 people involved, and every one of them is a veteran. And they were extremely pleased and honored to be part of this. I can't say enough for the way they feel about this and the opportunity. But anyway, again, it took us twice to do it. Because we didn't have the experience of casting and the amount of material, we had some mistakes that were made, but again, from the standpoint of what we do and the materials we deal with, we had a lot of fun making this. And again, lastly, thanks again for the service and everything the veterans have done for us. Thank you.
Good morning. I want to thank you all for coming out this morning to honor and memorialize the fearless men and women who have served this great nation. It is a privilege to speak with you today about our American heroes that walk among us, the people that we call veterans. Personally, I have learned a great deal about what it means to wear the uniform. Before my time in service, I watched 2 previous generations of my family serve with courage to uphold the ideas of this great nation was founded upon. I also understand the importance of recognizing our veterans who go overlooked and forgotten. The truth is, veterans are ordinary people with ordinary backgrounds who make an extraordinary choice. They hear a calling to protect our way of life, our freedom, and all the people that make up this great nation. The heart of a veteran is made up of courage, integrity, determination, selflessness, and dedication to duty. When becoming a soldier, you realize that you have nothing to gain from your service and everything to lose. These brave men and women leave their families, their homes, and life as they know it, not for recognition or fame or even the honor that we bestow on them today, but to protect our country and the freedoms we hold so dear. So today, as we thank our veterans for the sacrifice, we must also recognize the hidden freedoms that our veterans have. Our veterans come home from the dangerous peninsulas of Korea, the thick jungles of Vietnam, and the desert of Afghanistan and Iraq, and will selflessly go where they are needed next. They see the worst part of humanity, bear physical and mental scars that will carry with them for the rest of their lives. Yet they come home and attempt to jump right back into life as they knew it before they left. It is important that in addition to their service, that we also recognize the unforeseen hidden side effects of heroism. So as we go through our busy lives, we owe it to our veterans, past, present, and future, to remember the weight of their sacrifice, which keeps us all safe and free. It is because of them that we can say with great confidence that we are part of the greatest nation on earth. I want to thank you for spending time with us today to honor and memorialize our nation's heroes. May God bless all veterans, including those who cannot be here today, and may God bless the United States of America.
Thank you. For those of you that are new to IEC and wonder who we are, let me take a few minutes to explain a little background on the IECRM Veterans Committee. The independent electrical contractors of the Rocky Mountains is comprised of both contractor and industry partners that make up the electrical energy industry. The Veterans Committee has evolved over a 4-year period by providing outreach and assistance not only to those military service members transitioning out of active duty, but to all veterans seeking career opportunities within our industry. Committee members have volunteered their time in doing such a feat. Those hardworking, dedicated committee members are Mike Ewert, Commanding Officer, Hubble Lighting; Sherry Harris, who you just met, Executive Officer, Graybar; Sam Gluck, who couldn't be here because of prior commitments, the Wayfield Group; Jay Camuso, iPro; Lauren Beaver, Sir Speedy Printing; Paul Lingo, Staff Liaison, IECRM, and yours truly of Consulting Services. We set out about a year ago, prior to actually a little over a year ago, prior to the move from the past IECRM offices on 76th in Washington to the new home here in North Glen, Colorado. And it was thought upon then, but with move and everything else, and we just didn't want to do it on any day, but wanted to get it closer to Veterans Day. So we have succeeded in our mission, and we appreciate everybody's help. I'd like to acknowledge and give thanks to the following groups and individuals who are present today. Sons of American Legion, Squadron 103, for the formal flag raising. Gentlemen, we thank you. Erica Cadwell for the creation of the plaque. iPro for making it happen. Eaton Metals for the assembly and the welding. And if you look at it, we first thought about putting it on a rock, doing something there, but something really to identify and bring it closer to our industry. Eaton Metals, who did a phenomenal job. You'll notice it is on GRC, so it identifies us with the electrical energy industry. North Glen First Responders, Fire, Rescue, and Police Department. We thank you for what you do, putting your lives on the line daily in the services you render to this community. Chief May and your veteran guest, who by the way is a Korean War veteran, John Hammond, thank you for your presence here today. We are honored. IECRM staff, We couldn't do this without you, so thank you so much. Members and students, thank you to you. Xcel Energy is represented here today with their veterans group, and I want to bring a point out that Xcel Energy is very committed and dedicated to their veterans and their families. So Kim, thank you for being here. We appreciate that. Rexel Electrical Supply and United Rentals, who's responsible for providing the refreshments for all of you today. Members of the community, Rick Crandall from Cruising AM 1430. And one other important factor, by the way, happy birthday, United States Marine Corps, 242 years today. I want to thank you all for being here. It's a brisk little morning, but a great time and a great turnout. I ask you all to stay, enjoy some refreshments, and make some new friends. God bless you, and God bless the United States of America. Thank you.